going to live stream the session, so give me a minute as we go live. To live stream. Okay, we are now live. So let me go back to the session. Oh, I see. Hi, Moses. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well as well. I hope you guys are doing well as well. Welcome to this session today. I know that I know that my name appears as community at Alt School Africa or community Alt School Africa, which is technically okay as it should be, but my full name is Tabitha Kavyu, but you can really just call me Tabby or Tabs, depending on what you prefer. Um, yeah, so now that you know my name, I guess we can start. I was just trying to buy a few minutes so that we can be properly set up and start. So I see someone calling me hi Tabs. Okay, hi. Hi Oyinda Mola. Hi Valentine. Hope you guys are well. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. I mean, if you have your friends that you've already made, let them know that we are starting soon. Yes. 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 Let me just get a feel of how you're feeling. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling tired? Has it been a long day? Has it been a beautiful day? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? It's been such a long day. Exhausted. I totally understand because I feel like I just had a long day today too. Oh, someone says they're feeling great. Please, like Nigerians like to say, cut soap for us. Please, we want to be like you. We want to know your ways. Feeling hungry. Ah, you're feeling great. Okay, that's nice. So I'm feeling exhausted with many others. But now that I'm here, I think I'm very energetic and, just happy to be here, excited to be here. Thank you for sharing, guys. Keep telling us how your day has been. I see somebody asking me, are people making friends already? Yes, you should make friends. I mean, how do you want to do this 1 year journey without friends? Someone says they can't hear me. Please confirm that you can hear me. There's an echo. Really? Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, okay. All right. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Um, I see some of my colleagues are here, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to allow us to introduce ourselves first, and then we can just go right into the meat of the matter. How do they say it? We'll go to the agenda of the day, right? So 3 minutes past. We have this time window in our internally where we say we allow people 5 minutes, to start a session. But I think I'm just gonna start right away so that we don't waste too much time. We have a lot of things to talk about, and I hope you guys are excited for that. So let me officially use this moment to welcome all of you to All School Africa. Thank you so much for trusting us, to learn a tech skill. Thank you. I'm sure you know now, this is going to be a 1 year journey, or maybe some of you don't know that it's going to be a 1 year journey. There's a lot to respect, and we hope that in the course of this week, you slowly get an idea of what is expected of you and, just how the program works, and above all, I just really hope that you guys get excited and are really looking forward to starting this journey. We've had different people walk the same road if this was in a school setting, I would have said, do you have the same people in the same classrooms as you have been? But yeah, we've had people walk through the same onboarding session. It's the same content some of you are going through, are others updated. But yeah, and they're doing well in the industry. So I'm just really sharing this to motivate you and let you know that you did not make a mistake. Let's start with that. You did not make a mistake in choosing to partner with us, to kickstart your career intake, you can trust that you're gonna get the knowledge, the foundation that you need to actually kickstart. We're not gonna teach you everything, like some people expect to be spoon-fed. Anyway, I'm gonna leave my colleagues. I'll talk about that later in the course of the week. But you get the foundations you need to kickstart your tech career. And since we've seen other people that have gone through the same path, doing so well in the industry, some of them are having internships, some of them are having jobs, some of them even started having internships right from when they were students. So, guys, it is possible. It is possible. That's what I just want to start by saying, it is very possible to succeed in this journey, and that is why we are here. And so I kindly ask that I know you guys might want to chat, which is fine, but I ask that you really pay attention to the things we're going to tell you from today because you might not hear them again. We'll try to repeat, but we may not repeat. Okay, so please try as much as possible to understand how old school works, what is required of you, what is expected, and I can guarantee that you'll have a nice time. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. That's it. So we can start. I see Tosin here, but I'm gonna call Tosin later on. I think I'm just going to call on my colleagues who are already here to just introduce themselves, who they are. You'll meet them. You'll meet them at different points. Today is my day, you know. But I just want them to really introduce themselves. You know them, and you see that we are cool people. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yes. Yes, I'd allow them introduce themselves, who they are. Actually, I'm going to do things a bit differently this year. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, who you are at all school, and tell us a fun fact about you. Yes, let us know fun facts about all school stuff because we will learn fun facts about you guys later on. So, Toasting, I know you like to be serious. Think of a fun fact before I get to you. Yes, yes. So let's start. Who's gonna start? Let me start with Amara. She looks like she already has a fun fact ready.
Hi, Tabby. I was actually thinking of something.
Okay.
Um, but I think I have something, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Hi, everyone. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My name is Amara Onyeji, and I'm the business program manager of the School of Engineering. And fun fact about me is that I like to eat only what I'm craving, if that's a fun fact. So the only thing I would enjoy eating in the moment is that thing that I'm craving. So if I'm not craving it, I would most likely not want to eat. So yeah, that's my fun fact.
So you only eat things that you crave for.
Most times, yeah.
Okay. So if you don't crave anything, you don't eat.
Most times, yes. I mostly just force myself to eat something else, but I would only enjoy the meal if I was craving it before eating.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Tosin is here. Let's go with Tosin next.
Hi, Tabby. How you doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Amara. Hi, Susan. Hi, Ore. Hi, I'm Oluwatosin Olukobi, the curriculum specialist at Hot School Africa. It's so good to have every one of you on board today. Fun fact about me, I know a lot of people are going to smile right now. I am a very sincere Chelsea fan, right? Sorry about what is going on with us presently. That's one fun fact about me. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tosin. Tosin is saying that fun fact that you're a Chelsea fan. Please, okay, let me not go there. I already told them they know that I'm a Chelsea fan. Okay, okay. I'd like to say that Tosin is a nerd. So I'm sure that he just said, let me just think of the easiest thing I can say. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. It is interesting to know that being a Chelsea fan is a funny thing now. People should not make fun of us. Stop it. Okay. I will not say further. Okay. Number one, we had one of us who only eats what they crave, and now the other one is a Chelsea fan. Let me go to the next. I see Susan. I can see her thinking about her fun fact. Right, Susan, let's have you.
Hi, Tabby. My name is Susan Odere. I'm the business program manager for School of Data. Tabby, can you hear me? My network is a bit wonky
Yes, I
today.
can hear you.
Okay. All right. Fun fact about me. I'll go with this. I'll take a good book any day over a movie. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's actually, I, I don't know. I didn't even know that you, okay, let me not expose you too much. But okay, that's good to know. I never thought about you in that light, but now I see. Explains why you look like a scholar. You read a lot. Anyway, that's fine. I don't know, is Ore here with us? She's here. Are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yeah, sorry, I keep going in and out because of my network, so I'm turn on so you can hear me. But hi, my name is Orolu Azubar, and I'm the business program manager for the School of Products. I'm lovely to meet you all here. And a fun fact about me, uh, I enjoy watching Nollywood movies. So Nollywood movies means if you're in Nigeria, if you're in Nigeria, it's like YouTube Nollywood movies specifically. So if I open Netflix or YouTube, I'm looking for a Nollywood movie. So yeah, people judge us a lot, but I stick to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ore. I don't know. I feel like I'm just learning about my colleagues for the first time today, which is a very good thing. I didn't even know that Ore watches YouTube Nollywood movies. Would have been sharing recommendations because I was watching a lot of that. As a non-Nigerian, we watch a lot of Nigerian movies. And we actually even have a program called Afro Cinema. So in a day in our national televisions, we have like one of them has a program called Afro Cinema. It's like Afro Cinema continues shortly. So we have Nigerian movie, then you go back to news, then later on in the day you still have another Afro Cinema. Like we consume that a lot. So yeah. You guys are judging us. I want to know about your fun facts. Let us know your fun facts in the chat so that all of us can judge each other. Right? But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the introductions. Like I said, you'll meet each and every one of them at different points in this onboarding week, so not to worry. But here we're together, and I'm just going to go straight into what we are going to talk about. Somebody just asked if I'm Kenyan, guys. I don't want Susan to answer this question. So I just want a fellow student to answer the person. Yes, I'm very much Kenyan, born and bred. Contrary to what my colleagues would say, they want to force me to be a Nigerian, but I'm very much.
Nah, Tabby, I'm going to disagree there. I'm going to disagree. So I know Tabby has not said a fun fact, but one of the fun facts about Tabby is more Nigerian than she's Kenyan because every slang in Nigeria Tabby knows, every pidgin English, whatever, any update on the social media platform Nigerian space, Tabby is aware of it. So I think that's one fun fact about Tabby. I'll just leave her to say her fun fact after this.
Well, thank you so much, Susan, for making my work easier. Now I don't have to think about a fun fact. She's already said it. That is a fun fact because I find it very interesting. And sometimes when I'm interacting with my fellow Kenyans, they're asking me, when are you going to Nigeria or why are you here? And I'm like, what do you mean, why am I here? I'm in my country. Why are you asking me why I'm in my country? But I just saw an interesting fun fact, guys. Somebody said my fun fact is getting a scholarship. You're trying so hard. And I say, I only eat when I get a scholarship. Emmanuel, what's going on? Emma, is that how you're using us to help you get a scholarship? Okay. All the best in your fast, because I want to believe that you're fasting right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm already seeing that you guys are giving me a Nigerian name. Okay. All the best. Go on. Go on, go on. But I feel like we've broken the ice. We've broken the ice, but I still want us to break the ice further. Because I know that maybe some of you, when you heard that we were having an onboarding call, maybe you thought we were going to be here with frowning faces, saying A, B, C, D. But I just want you guys to understand that we are a very strict group of people when necessary. And we also have fun, And most of the times, I think I'm the one with the most fun. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. But sometimes Tosin, actually, I think Tosin is funnier than me. But he doesn't interact with students a lot. So this is the first time we are having, Tosin interact with, so you guys are already special from the beginning. But the point here is that this is a chilled vibe, and I hope that you see that we are chilled, but we are also strict when we have to be strict. Okay. But I really just do hope that you get to enjoy this onboarding session that we have. So I see that you guys are still sharing your fun facts. Thank you. Uh, am I still sharing my screen? Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask this question later. Let me not ask it now. I'll ask you later. So now let's continue to break the ice further. Let me just get your opinion on some things. So the first question, would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? I want to know. I just want to know the type of people that I have here in this cohort. You might think this is a random activity, but it helps me to see. So, would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? Eh, 150. 150. I see people like to play the long game. You want to see all your years already? You want to see what's going to happen in 150 years? You're not. Okay, okay, okay. Tosin, I'm curious to know, what would you go for? Would you rather 10 minutes or 150 years?
So it's going to be 10 minutes, right? Why should I check for 150? What if the 150 is not what I want to see? So
Hmm.
let's just see 10 minutes and be able to draw, like an inference for what the next few or the next couple of years will look like. Do you get?
Okay.
150 is too much.
I feel like Susan wants to see 150.
150 might also be you saying the maybe beyond the world, maybe when the trumpet sound and you don't know where you are going. Do you get? So just see 10 minutes and just live by faith.
Okay. Okay. That's a nice answer.
So Tabi, right? You're guessing right. Now, if I want to see, I honestly want to see 150, not for me, but then like our name is or our position currently, business program manager. I'll actually want to see, right? Where is AI going to be? What's the next innovation? What can I tie into? What can I invest into? Yeah, so I actually want to see 150 years into. I have that curious mind. So yes, 150 years, please.
Okay. What if we don't even get 150 years, guys? What if we'll not be here? Okay. Anyway, it's fine. I understand maybe you may want to know if we'll be here or not. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, I see most people want to see 150. Someone say, I want to see 150 years in 10 minutes. You're smart. I told you guys this will show me the type of people that we have. 150 years in 10 minutes. Okay, okay. You want a slideshow? Okay, no problem. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear? So, singer or dancing? Singing or dancing? I'm going to ask, I'll look at your chat, but I also want to hear from Amara. Someone is saying, can I pick none? It's a would you rather. It's this or that. So you choose one of them. This or that.
I mean, dancing can just be me tapping my feet, right? So I think I would go with dancing.
Amara,
Yeah.
I see that you like shortcuts. From that, my analysis is that you like shortcuts because you chose dancing because you're like, I can get away with this. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The minimum in dancing. I mean, why would I want to sing along to every single song to get an
Okay.
point? So if I can just tap my feet with my dancing and I go be dancing.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I see someone say doing both can be satisfying. Okay, that's nice. Ogundeji. Okay, that's a nice perspective. Okay. I see we have many singers in our midst, so maybe one of these days we'll do a karaoke. I see people like singing. So the day I will ask you guys to sing karaoke, I will remind you that all of you say that you'd rather sing, and I will force you to sing. In fact, I'll ask Amara to collect evidence for me so that when the day comes, I know who to choose. Okay, moving on. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade? Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade? Jail? You people like jail? People like jail? Hmm. Or which one would you rather?
I'm not sure Ray is here right now, but I heard
Okay.
I hear that there's some people that are conscious
Mm-hmm.
while in coma, meaning they know what is going on around them. So that's some kind of mental jail. Imagine being conscious in coma for 10 years. I really cannot imagine that. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's the situation at hand, I would rather be in jail than to be in a mental jail.
Hmm. Hmm. Very deep. Hmm? She said she'd rather be in a physical jail than a mental jail. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I want to see someone that wants to do a coma. Because I personally feel like being in a coma, like you don't have to think about anything, you don't have to work, you just, you know, jail, they could kill you, or they could beat you, they could bully you, you feel cold, you guys, you will suffer. But maybe when you're in a coma, maybe you don't really have to suffer a lot. I'm
So
s-
Tab, so Tab, sorry. Coma, what if you're in coma and you know the way we have electricity issue in Nigeria, or some of us in Nigeria, and the light just went off. Let me just be in jail and be free. I can move around and look for what to eat. Do you
Honestly,
get why?
Nigerian
Why?
jail, please.
it was the meaning of that. Oh, the meaning about being in a coma and they will take lights. Just see that you people, is it that bad? Guys, is it really that bad? I don't want to turn this into a Nigeria conversation, but it's I've never really thought about that scenario. Okay, I really hope that it hasn't happened to anyone before. That means the person will die, right? Right?
Now you are trying to be so inquisitive. I think you should be able to check that, or maybe a jail that will require you to travel from Lagos to Enugu or a special hospital. Do you get? So
Hmm.
just go to jail and go and relax. You can sleep. You eat beans and pap.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Someone said, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Let me just move on to the next question. Um, so would you rather have another 10 years with your partner? Let me see this question. With your partner or a one night stand with your celebrity crush? Please, who said these questions for me? Anyway, people will answer it. Would you rather have another 10 years with your partner? I'm sorry, single people. I'm sorry. They like to attack us every time. 10 is your years with a partner or one night stand. Please let me clarify that one night stand here means just maybe one night. You're just talking to each other or like you're just spending time with them. Let's say it's one day, one evening. People like your partner, so that's so nice. Hmm. Okay. 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 I see people that respect commitment here. I do that. I see that. Anyway, would you rather have everyone you know be able to read your thoughts or for everyone you know to have access to your um internet history? So would you rather Would you rather everyone you know be able to read your thoughts or for everyone you know to have access to your internet history? Where? Susan, I'm coming for you. Susan, which one would you rather? Okay, as Susan left, where is Susan here? Access to internet history is okay. People don't like people to know your thoughts. Do you have wicked thoughts? Wait, so people have wicked thoughts. Or is it that you don't want people to steal your ideas? What's the story behind your choice, your thought? Because all of you are saying internet history.
Tabby, actually, the thing is, either way, it's actually very telling. Your internet history can reveal a lot about you, about your thoughts,
Hmm.
without even seeing your thoughts.
Hmm.
Sometimes your thoughts is just for the moment, can be a safer option. Your internet history is a combination of data that can be interpreted into different forms. So yeah.
Okay. 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 I hear you guys. Okay. People say thoughts are crazy. Okay. 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 No other. Let me go to the other question. Would you rather give up? Okay. Now that I have, please, I hope this question is not sensitive to you guys. Oh. I'm not the one that said these questions. Oh. It's not me. Would you rather give up air conditioning and heat for the rest of your life or give up the internet for the rest of your life? Nobody's asking me these questions, so I'm grateful that I get to go away with my thoughts. Air conditioning. If you want to give up air conditioning, eh? Ah, someone said I'd rather die. This is a hard question, it seems. Internet is my life and my life is internet. Air conditioning, bye bye. So you would rather die of heat. Okay, you bathe. Okay, that's another angle. You can have a bath. Okay. You can find other ways to get air conditioning. You see, I told you these questions are making you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What if I say you don't have to use fan and AC? So between that, so air conditioning in this case is inclusive of fan. What would you go for? I'll use fresh air, nature. We open or close the window. Hmm. Okay. So I see that all of us would like access to the internet. I mean, nobody wants to touch grass, like, okay, let me stay away from, the internet. Let me read books, make food from scratch. You people don't like that? Hmm. Okay. This is the era of social media. Hmm. Hmm. You can read from the internet. Hmm. At least I see somebody say they can give up the internet. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Last question. Would you rather, can I read my question? Can I even see it? Would you rather stay in during a snow day? You stay inside the house during a snow day or build a fort? I hope we know what fort means. So which one would you go for? Build a fort or stay in during a snowy day? Someone said I cannot relate. Stay inside. Someone said Nigeria left the building. People might go to Canada now. So when you go to Canada or when you go to those cold countries, which one would you rather? We have to think big, guys. You don't have to limit to your current surrounding. You know, your thoughts, you can be in Canada now. Mm. So think, expand your mind. I told you this is meant to test your, thinking, critical thinking, analytical thinking, because you have to analyze. Which one will I stay with? Hmm? You weigh the pros and cons, or are you guys just choosing answers just like that? I thought it would be good. Hmm. Instead of Nigerian, I will stay in. Okay. Okay, so the answer is staying no. I see Samuel telling us that you can't understand snow in Canada till you experience it. So when you experience it, you will know there will be one answer that is staying home. Yeah, looks like most of us want to stay inside. Okay, all right, that's fine. Thank you guys. Oh, did you guys see the connection? Snow is ice, Abby. It's snow ice. And we're just breaking the ice. So, guys, we are finished breaking the ice. Let us build the fort now. I'm trying to be funny. I hope somebody laughed. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for that. I hope that we've been able to relax. We're able to relax and put our minds at ease, and now we can, just really got to talk about some of the important things that we want you guys to know about. And yeah, and I want to give a heads up. That's this is a general onboarding call. So we're going to be talking about some elements of the learning delivery and also the community. A larger part of it is going to be talking about community and the experience here, you know. And then the next day, like I told you, we are going to have a walkthrough of the portal, your learning management system, and then later on you'd have a sneak peek into what's expected of you as a student in your different schools. So I know that most of you may want to have questions you want to ask, but don't worry, everything that you need to do will be covered in those days that we have, so you can relax. So I would ask that you put your attention into consuming the information that you're getting today, understand what is being said. Don't be in a rush to ask questions yet. No, process the information, and then when questions come later on, you can ask. Okay, because everything that you need to know will be addressed. All right. All right. So I'm just going to quickly just talk a little bit about, like how learning is going to look like in a high level view, right? And then we will go deeper into this in your schools, because like I said, we have three different schools. We have School of Data, School of Product, and School of Engineering. So each school has its different elements, which are, like I said, your program manager is going to like dissect them and you go deeper into that. So you can ask, oh, my track this, my track that, we'll do that. But for now, like I think some of the people we had like a conversation about this earlier before, but just to give you an idea of what learning is going to look like. You're going to have access to the learning content on the LMS, which is on the portal, right? And that's the first bit, which is self-paced. Self-paced here means that you can read it on your own. We're not going to hold your neck and say, have you watched this video today? So you can take it at your own time, right? That's why it's called self-paced. But we do always encourage that you make sure that you go through this content on a weekly basis, if possible, because the next thing is we're gonna have live classes. And these live classes are meant to complement what you have learned on your own on the LMS, right? So it's advisable that at least you've consumed the content on your own and then you get ready for the class. And so if you have any questions, you can ask your instructor. So we are going to have instructors that are going to be guiding you through these classes whenever classes start. At the moment, I can't tell you exactly when your classes is going to be, but by Wednesday, your program managers will let you know when you would have the classes. But I gave you an idea before that classes usually happen from 6 p.m. West African time. And I do know that sometimes people might have different reasons. They might say that, oh, this is not a good time for me. But trust me, we arrived at that time because it's the only time that at least is at the middle ground, because we have people from different time zones. And so the timing is never always going to work well for everybody. But just to get to a middle ground, we chose to go with 6 p.m. So most of our sessions, even this, are going to be happening from 6 p.m. That is our live sessions, okay? And for the live classes, we do understand that some of you may not be able to join. Some of you may be joining from traffic. We've seen this happening before. But if you are not able to join a particular class, you'd always have access to the recordings as well. So you make it a point to go through the recordings. But we do highly encourage that you attend those classes. I mean, the experience when you're experiencing something live is very different from when you're watching a recording. So if you can, we definitely strongly recommend that. I know I said self-paced, but guys, we have a structure. We have a structure here at Old School Africa. That means that you're going to be expected to do assignments. You're going to be expected to do some projects at different times. So please be prepared for that. some assignments. Either you'll just be given to just evaluate yourself, you have quizzes just to, gauge your knowledge about the things you're learning. But some of them will be required, will be graded. That means that it is your responsibility to make sure that you submit your assignments on time, I told you guys that we're cool people. We're fun because learning is fun here at Old School Africa, but then we're also very practical and strict. Like I said, I started by saying we have a structure. So please have that in mind. Structure means that we have a process for the different things in your program, and we really just encourage you to take this into consideration and meet us halfway. For this structure to work, we need your participation as well, you know. And sometimes life might happen to you, and you might feel like, oh, okay, I was not able to submit this assignment because, so we don't want a case where you are telling us later. So if you feel like you see an unforeseen circumstance coming that may prevent you from submitting an assignment, I'm just giving you an overview now. Your program managers will go to details if they will allow you or not. But I'd really encourage you guys to communicate earlier that I saw an assignment was given and I'm not really sure if I'm going through this particular thing, and then the program manager would assess the situation and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do about it. But it is way better to communicate earlier as opposed to communicating it later, because when you communicate later, guys, you'll be penalized, or sometimes you'll be told no and then you have a zero. And you see, like I mentioned earlier, we have a grading system. Anyway, I'm not going to go into details, but my point here is that keep in mind you're going to have assignments and you need to submit them on the deadlines that you're given. Okay. Some of these assignments, maybe just MCQs or just case studies. Some of them are going to be projects, so that at the end of the day, you are practicing what you're learning. Then we're also going to be having exams. So we're going to be having 4 semesters, if I'm not wrong, 4 semesters. For every semester, every end of a semester, we have an exam to gauge everything that you have learned in that semester. So please be prepared for that. How you do well in a semester will determine if you move to the next semester or not. So this is me asking you guys to bring your A game, be prepared to commit to learning. Committing to learning means you learn whatever you can on your own, attend classes, do assignments. And when you do that, everything is going to be fine. You're gonna have a smooth learning experience. But then if you start failing on one area, you will see how it's going to affect your overall grade at the end of the day. So you'd want to try as much as possible to give everything your best. And when you can't, you communicate earlier that, okay, I have a challenge here. So we see how we can help you. Okay. And then the other part is we have our learning is community based. We like to say that learning is communal at Old School Africa. That means that aside you learning on your own, like everybody has their own LMS, right? But then we also have a community. And this community, because we don't want you guys to be alone trying to figure things out. We do encourage peer-to-peer learning because we've seen that this is something which is very important. It helps you to connect with other people that are on the same path as you. It helps you collaborate and just really expand your mind, in the different ways you're thinking. So this is like one of the major advantages that we have here at Old School Africa. We don't want you to do life alone. We put you in a community with other learners. So far, most of you, I believe that you have joined the community. If you have not joined the community, please send an email and say that you haven't joined. But I've been sending emails with links for you people to join the community. Just read those emails, right? So please, this is a very important part. This is not something you want to skip. Guys, I saw somebody asking that, oh, I didn't really know that people are making friends. That's the whole point. We have a community where we do encourage that you guys come together and learn together and just know everything that is happening. You don't want to be doing this thing alone and then you come back months later and you're like, oh, people did a project. Oh, where was that project? Where was it communicated? All of these things do happen in the community. So do send an email if you have. First of all, I'm going to ask you because I also don't want to babysit, like I don't want to encourage not reading. I've been sending emails and all the emails I've been sending, I keep adding the link to the community. So please go and check that. But then if you don't see any, reach out to support and then you get the email you get the link to join the community. So do make sure that you have joined the community. So that's that. I'm going to spend a lot of time really talking about the community experience, in the later part of the session. But at the moment, I am going to call Tosin just to take us through the learning delivery model, and then we'll finish up with the rest of the presentation. But so far, I hope that we've understood. And yes, it is Slack. Slack. So community is a group of people, right? Community is everyone. And then Where does the community live? So our community, since we are online, our community lives in an online platform, and the platform we are using is Slack. So we are the community. All of you are the community. Yes. And so where is the community? The community is on Slack. So that is why everybody gets to interact. So it's the platform that we use. Okay. I hope you guys get it. So when I say Slack, and when I say community, it's the same thing. But I also do want you to understand that the people are the community. You are the community. Okay? Yes. So I'd hand over to Tosin right now. Please pay attention to this session as well, because like I said, we are really sharing very important details that we want you to carry along with you. So over to you, Tosin.
All right, thank you so much, Tabby. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon once again, everyone. It's so good to be here, right? And I'll just be running out what our learning delivery model looks like at Hot Africa. Tabby had mentioned a part of it, right? So I'll just be doing some bit of buttress. I know that later in the day or later in the week, right, we are going to be meeting our programs manager, right, the business program manager across the schools, right? And I want to assure you that you belong to the right place right now. You should even be happy that Tabby is still with us in this company, right? With Tabby, you have 80% of your stress taken away from your neck. I can assure you. Tabby is a Jackie. She's always everywhere, right? Also, Amara is also one person that you should be super proud of from Discover Engineering. You will be the one to be tired, right? Amara will always be there to help you, except you don't have anything to ask from her, right? So please, once you see my screen, just let me know. I want to quickly get us to one or two, right? Um, okay. Yeah, please. So my screen is coming up, right? But before we go, right, at Hot Africa, we operate a 50-30-20 learning delivery model, right? Please, can you see my screen now? Please confirm that you can see my screen. Tabby, can you see my screen? Oh,
Yes,
makes
yes.
sense. Yeah, so I will just be running you through, right? Our approach is balance human connection with flexible learning resources to create an engaging and effective educational experience, right? So Tabby had mentioned earlier about the infuse of community in our learning delivery method, right? This is because we understand that there is no one person that can do life alone, right? Isolation is not one important thing that you even want to experience while you are engaging in learning, learning activities, right? So we have a 50-30-20 approach where you have access to LMS content, a structured LMS content. See this way, if you subscribe to a quarterly payment plan at School Africa, I can assure you that that does not mean that you have access to all of the lessons for the entire quarter before your colleagues, right? In as much that you have access to this content, we make sure that you learn, at almost the same pace, right, with your colleague at School Africa. With that, right, please, I'm just trying to, okay, great. So these are the three pillars of learning at School Africa. We have the live sessions, real-time instruction, driven engagement and interaction. We have study materials, we have LMS content, right? And I want to assure you, right, that the live classes, they are like the most, it is where we actually meet learners real time. Because see this way that you've been, engaging in different LMS content, study materials before the week, right? And you have a lot of questions to ask, you have a lot of anxiety, you are curious, you are inquisitive, you just want to ask a lot of questions. You've observed something while you are going through some materials, and you are just there looking for somewhere to ask your question, somebody to give you the right answers, right? The reason why we have the live sessions, right? Live sessions, it is available for you. You need to be there. I am trying to encourage you right now. It is one part that you don't want to miss. But I know a lot of people will say, oh, there are days I have, I will have activities, I'll have engagement. How do I go about it? Be rest assured that you have access to the live recordings of all of these live sessions. So I think that is one thing that you really enjoy on the course of this your program, right? So for instance, let's say things happens and you can't even attend a particular live class, right? Though we encourage that you should be there because you can ask your real-time questions, right? You have access to these recording sessions. You can go through them. You can, engage in them. You can ask your instructors questions and do a lot of things, right? Remember, I'd mentioned the 50-30-20 approach, right? And this is why the live class, sessions, it takes like the broader percentage of this learning delivery method. At Hot School Africa, one thing we don't do is that we are not reactive. We are always proactive. And we understand that learning has to be continuous, right? The global world of learning is always evolving, right? So imagine that as you are starting this program with us and you'll be having your live class next week, that we just observe that there is a global evolution or movement, right, to what we have or our already existing curriculum, right? Do you understand that for us to actually get this done, it requires to get content partners, different people to come to the studio, record, pre-recording, all of those things, editing before publishing. And that can actually take a lot of time, right? But because of the use of these instructor-led activity sessions, right, instructors can come to class to actually take these real-time changes that we have actually observed, right? So we encourage that learners should, actually attend the live classes. By the time you start, one thing we do periodically with business managers, right, is to make sure that we continue to review curriculums. We check at different periodic time to say, oh, we noticed that for cloud engineering, this is something that these guys needs to learn. Oh, there is a new AI that that is everywhere that we think we want to infuse into our learning. And the best way for us to actually deal with that would be for us to actually, make sure that learners actually have access to these instructor-led activities. And that is why it is 50%. It is where you have the full experience. Just like this session today, I've seen a lot of people saying that they are just meeting new people. But in your live sessions, even your friends who are not speaking, you see them in live activities. And so we are encouraging you to take this part of this learning. Very, very important. It is where it is our first place of iterations. You see a lot of things will happen. Instructors will come to class, we work with the instructor to say, oh, we noticed that this thing has to happen. Or we've seen that for product managers, they need to take this course or they need to take this approach. Engineers will say, oh, I think that we need a webinar, we need to bring an expert to class. And this is where we actually deal with all of these things. So like I mentioned, right, the 20% is for learning materials, right? Remember, if you had looked at it very well, I'd mentioned that the live session is a 50%. So you might be, you might want to ask question, why is learning materials 20%? So imagine that an instructor comes to class and dropped maybe a material PDF file, right? For PDF file, you'll be the only one solving the issue. You'll be the only one solving it alone. You'll be the only one reading it. No partner, no community, no peer person, nobody to help you, right? So it could, such experience could make learning very, very isolating. It can be boring when you are reading alone, when you are doing this alone. So this part takes 20% of your, learning delivery method, right? You won't be seeing so much. Why I said you need to be in classes, right? Then the next one is the LMS content. Our LMS content, like I mentioned, there are a couple of content presently that are presently going. We are currently taking out of the system, bringing new ones as we update our curriculum, as we go to studio. So this part does not even have like the broader strength like the live classes. Remember I mentioned it earlier, right? The LMS content are just to help you get you prepared for the instructor-led activities, to help you read on your own, to help you understand what the scope or the content or the the area of of body of knowledge that you'll be taking, right? Which is a 30%, 30%. And that way, we come to the 50-20-30, where we have it 50-20-30, right? 50% live sessions, 20% study packs, materials, LMS content. And I just want to plead with you. At School Africa, I want to beg you, you are going to be stretched. And it is very, very important right now that you start finding the right partner in your respective tracks and community, right? At Hot School Africa, you see a lot of case studies. I remember there was a time I don't know if Amara or Susan could remember. I remember there was an exam we had, and I think it's from the School of Data, and learners already believed that they could use AI to solve that problem. So I think when they were trying to solve that problem with data, the question or the problem was more of critical thinking, was more of creativity, was more of problem solving. You needed so the AI will not just help you do it if you don't understand the real work. You can't do the real work. Sometimes our questions are so intensive, right? Because at School Africa, one thing we make sure that instructors are not doing is we make sure that instructors are not dumping knowledge alone. They are building learners for capabilities, for competencies, right? And I'm so certain that the next few weeks, the next few months is going to be a very, very great one for every one of us, right? At School Africa. Key takeaways: woman-centered approach. That's like a big deal for us at School Africa. Life instruction tries 50% of learning, please. If you have issues, you are going through your content, you can speak to your program business manager. They'll pick it up from there. Then we can see what to do. But be rest assured that our live sessions is where we actually, really facilitate the tick learning, all of those things that you need to get, right? Real time and spontaneous, or spontaneous learning, things that we think that, oh, there is a new innovation that these people from front-end engineering needs to know. You really get them, during your live classes, right? And there's flexible resources. There are different packs, and I want to beg you, one way you enjoy instructor is to always go to your live session. Let me say 2 days, 3 days to your weekly live sessions after you must have consumed your LMS content or check some of the modules you'll be working on. Please already draft your questions. You can drop it with your instructor, collaborate with different learners from your track on the community channel, so that um, before the instructor will be coming to take the live classes, there is something already. There is something to facilitate on, right? Instructors already understand the kind of learners they are dealing with. So I wouldn't want learners to be reactive. I want learners to be proactive. And I hope that every one of us, we are going to have like a seamless journey as we progress in the next few months, right? This brings me to the close of this particular session. Should you have any question, you're free to ask. And I know that the business programs manager, they'll be doing a lot of things during the week as we progress, right? You'll be able to ask real-time questions that relate with your track, right? Assignment, assessment are unique for different tracks and for different schools, right? So I am pleading, right? I want you to take this 1 year journey very, very intentional, be serious, and I want to promise you that you won't regret it. This is why Icebreaker is existing. This is why we are here, and this is the best place for you to get all of the best, learning experience that you can actually get anywhere, right? Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Tavi.
Thank you so much, Tosin. Thank you. That was really great. And I know that you've done a great job explaining everything. Guys, did we get it before we move on to the next? What have you taken away from Tosin's presentation? I want to know if you've been following. So I know that you'd want to thank him. That's good. Please thank him. But okay, what have you taken away from the session? What have you taken away from the session? Do let me know what you've taken away from the session. I'm checking the chat. I'm checking the chat. Be intentional learners. Okay. Life classes are very important. Yes, you have to show up and study hard. Life classes are important. We should be proactive rather than reactive. That's my favorite statement. Okay, we should be more committed. Okay, I like that you guys have gotten that. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. We're saying this because we definitely have seen people that really enjoyed the life class experience, and we definitely know you're going to enjoy it too. And you can't do this learning journey alone. That is why we have, the human component, you have your fellow learners, we have the team here to support you. So if at all you are scared, because I know that Tosin also mentioned a very important point. He said that you're gonna be stretched. That's a normal thing, because you're learning a new thing. So you definitely are going to come from a place where you're like, oh, I don't know, this thing is so hard. Please, sometimes people are like, oh, maybe I should go and try farming. This thing is so hard. I thought I wanted to learn a tech skill, but maybe I should consider agriculture. Maybe I should just go and use my physical strength, to farm and, get money. You'll be stretched. But now the good thing is that we've placed you with people around you that are doing the same thing. I think it's always very encouraging to know that you're not alone in this journey. Which team has that slogan? You never walk alone, you know? So you never walk alone. You're gonna have people here. So we do encourage you guys to form friendships, be friends, help each other, all of you want to win. Some of you told me, Annie, that you guys are here for the money. You just want to learn and get money. So find people that also want money as much as you do and say, let's lock in. Let's do this journey and help each other. Okay, so please do that. And we've already set up the foundation for you. So it's only you guys to just participate. Okay, so thank you so much. Tosin, I'm going to go back again to the community. This whole thing we are talking about community. It is very important because we know that this is the thing that will help you and support you in your journey. Everything that I've said, the backbone of it is just the community. And when I said the community is not just Slack. Community is you. Community are you guys, the people in your track, the people in your school, and everybody who is here, right? So you make up that community. And because I told you that my name looks very different in this call. But so far at Old School Africa, we have two community managers, two of them. One of them is speaking to you right now, which happens to be me. I don't know if the picture and me look alike. I'm not quite sure if they look alike, but it's me. You know, and like I say, my name is Tabby. You've already interacted with me, and we have this system where we have different community managers managing different cohorts, and you guys are my cohort. You are my beloved children. I'm not calling you a child. I'm just saying you're my beloved children. I'm going to carry you and take you as my children. That means you're my responsibility. And I'm going to try as much as possible to make sure that you are supported in this journey. And so from time to time, you might see my colleague who is Adarin Sola. She's managing a different cohort, but sometimes when I'm not there, you always have an auntie or a stepmom. So she will either decide to come in as an auntie or stepmom. But yeah, so far we are two. In the event throughout the program, you definitely interact with her. So I just thought to let you know about her as you also get to know about me. Yes. I remember somebody texted me and say, hello, mommy. Thank you so much, mommy. And I'm like, you guys are very attentive. But anyway, um, so when I say that, I want to briefly talk about community guidelines. When I said that we are a community, yes, and community is a group of people who have the same goal. But I hope you guys also do know that you can be a group of people, and if there's no order in that group, things are going to be very chaotic. People will just come and do different things. One person may decide to come and sell fish. Somebody may come and start talking about football. I'm not saying you should not talk about football. I mean, we've already established that we are a cohort that lacks football banter. I think that's one of the things that, so that's a very good thing. So, but you do understand that sometimes when people don't have guidelines, people tend to just behave in a very funny way, and it will make other people feel uncomfortable or not feel like safe space. And we want you guys to know that our community is a safe space. So we do have guidelines that we expect you guys to abide by to make sure that we have a better experience. And I have shared these guidelines with you guys. So please take time to read through the community guidelines and also take time to go through the community experience guide to know what is expected of you. I'm just really going to touch on a few things, but the rest, I'm expecting you to go and read them. Okay. So the most and the fundamental thing I want to stress is, we ask you to be kind and very respectful. Be kind and respectful to each other. Be kind and respectful to your instructors. People are going to teach you, right? Be kind and respectful to us, the team that is community managers, your program managers, and every other person, the support team, everybody you're going to interact with at All School Africa. Please be kind and respectful. We are all different people. We come from different backgrounds. We have different beliefs. And the least you can do is just really be kind. If something happens to you that you don't like, you can express it in a very kind and respectful manner, right? Do not make jokes sometimes that will offend another person. When you make a joke, ask yourself, this thing that I'm saying, if somebody said it to me, how would I feel? So you can use that as a checklist to guide yourself with my tone and everything I'm speaking. If somebody does the same thing, would I be happy? So use that as a way to guide your interactions and conversations. Like I said, we are an inclusive community. We have different communities, we have different countries represented. That's why I asked you guys to set up your Slack profiles, add your flag so that everybody knows that this is not a Nigerian school only. This is not a Nigerian community only. We have Kenyans, we have Ghanaians, our cousins. We have different countries, so let's have the flag so that it is easy when I'm sending a message, that, okay, this is a Nigerian. If I want to respond, let me think, how do Ghanaians like to be spoken to? Do they find this funny, or do they frown? Is it insensitive or not? And yeah, so please add your flags. Okay, yes, let's not go and start Ghana versus Nigeria jollof, even though I know as a non-Nigerian I can give my opinion, but for the sake of peace I will not say which one I prefer. And then again, I said I want peace. So let's also remember to maintain a positive atmosphere. Let's not use our community as a place to be fighting and arguing. I will wake up one day and see people dragging each other. No, 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 no. Let it be a positive space. We're encouraging each other. If we have issues, let's support each other, ask questions, answer questions. Yes. No promotions or spam. Please don't go and start promoting your business. That guys, I'm selling this, blah, blah, blah. If you want to share anything that is not a resource, by resource, I mean an article or a video that is teaching other people about a particular thing, you need to come to me first. If you want to share any link that is not a resource, by resource, I have specifically stated a resource is a link to a reading material, or a link to a video. If it's not that, and you want to share it, like if you feel like this looks like I'm promoting something, please let it pass through me first. Let me see it so that I know what is going on. I don't want my people to be exposed to things that we don't know, right? We need to be very careful. And then, like I said, let's respect everyone's privacy. I don't want to hear that somebody said this guy came to my DM and is already asking me out. Did you come here to ask people out, or did you come to learn? Please, let's respect ourselves. Okay, let's remember why we came here. Well, I'm not saying that you guys cannot connect. You both should connect in the community. That's how you get to know each other. You get to know each other, but you should have respect while getting to know each other. You should not start crossing boundaries and, can I ask you out? Or can you come and meet me at my house to study? What are you studying in your house? If you want to study, enter a Google Meet link. Unless people are friends, and you want to go to each other's houses. But as far as I'm concerned, please use Slack, Huddle, or Google Meets. If you feel anybody is infringing on your privacy, please let me know. Yes. I'm encouraging friendships and relationship, but also let's be careful, because if somebody decides to beat you because people don't know, you might be interacting. Please, let's not think that all of us are on the same level here. Some people here are wives, some people are mothers, some people are husbands, some people are boyfriends and girlfriends. Please don't make jokes that another person will not come. Anyway, that's just on a light note. Okay. Yes, let's respect each other's privacy. That's the message. That's all. And so, yeah, that's it. Just really take time to go through the guidelines that I've shared in the community. And yeah, let's just have a nice time, interact in a very kind and respectful manner. And I emphasize the respect between, aside from each other, you and the team. Because if you come to me and start to speak to me in a manner that I also don't like, I also have the right to say that I don't like the way you're speaking to me. So check yourself also. Do not think that, yes, let's just be kind and respectful. Yes. And then the other one is Slack. I think some of us are already familiar with the space and how we use the channels, but for the sake of people who haven't joined the Slack, or for the people who don't know, we have different channels. Like I said, Slack is the platform we use for our community and interactions, and now Slack is for that. So imagine it's the school. So Slack is the school building. And you know how in every school building there's a classroom, there's an office for this, for that. So that's what channels are. So we have the main office, which is the announcements channel. And this is where we get to communicate updates to you guys. We share that, okay, this is what is happening, check this out. So if you don't want to miss any updates from us, please make sure you check the announcements channel. And then the general discussions is for you guys. You can ask questions there, discuss topics. You are free to discuss as long as it is within the boundaries of what you're learning or your career. Please use that for that. But then if you now have questions, if you have questions, oh, how do I navigate this? That is why we have a channel called Ask for Help. Because sometimes general discussions could really be anything. So if you want your message not to be confused or caught up with other messages, just go to Ask for Help and say, guys, I need help in this area. So that is what the channel is for. But then before you ask for help, make sure that you have read the announcements and you have information. I want to encourage that we have a reading culture, where we get to read through instructions and not you coming to ask me something that I've said, because I will refer you to that message. So always first check the announcements before you ask something that, oh, I have not seen, I do not know. What is my school? Please read first, okay? Then resources, like I said, I want us to have structure and order in the community. So if you have any articles that are useful, you share them in the resources channel so that, again, like I said, we get to learn and grow together. And then fun corner, this is where we can make jokes about Arsenal. As a Chelsea fan, let me say Arsenal, I will not say Chelsea. Yeah, or Manchester United sometimes. Or just any jokes that we want to make, maybe jokes about my laptop making noise like a fan, or just have fun. Like I said, let's not be boring. So we can have fun. If you want to let off steam, something that you're learning and there's a meme about it, let's we are a family. Let me say, like they say in those companies, we are a family. So let's have fun. Please, Chelsea has been talked about in this cohort. At this point, we wish them prayers, including me. And then aside, so those are the public channels, which means everybody has access to them. So make sure that you join them, don't miss out on the fun. Yes, and I need more Chelsea supporters to defend our honor because I saw them dragging us on that fan corner channel. Anyway, and then now we also have private channels. Now, private, remember I told you that we have 3 schools: School of Data, School of Product, School of Engineering, and in every school, there's another track. Guys, I told you that I need you to know what a school is, what a cohort is, and what a track is. A cohort, let me know in the chat, what is your cohort name? Let's start with that. What is your cohort name? What is your cohort name? Do you know what your cohort name is? Okay, you are good students. Okay, you get it. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, what is your school? Let me see your school. Type your school. You guys know it's Baraka. Baraka 2026. Well done. So what's your school? School of Engineering. What's your school? School of Engineering, School of Product, School of Data. Okay, 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 okay. Awesome. Okay, you guys are you're good students. Okay. What's your track? Now let's go to our track. What's your track? Please, what is track 1? What is the meaning of track 1? Someone said I don't know. Okay. So you can see what people are typing as that is the track. So school of data, school of product, school of engineering. Tracks is now the particular thing that you came to study for. It is under a school, so that particular program. Whether it is product design, cybersecurity, product management, data analysis, data science, that is the track. So if you didn't know your track, now you should know your track. Okay? Yes, I hope that's clear. That's fine. So by now, you should be able to see those public channels, announcements, general discussions, Ask for Help, resources, Fan Corner. And now for those important channels that you should not miss, make sure that you have your school channel, depending on the school you're in. Make sure that you are in your track channel. If you're not, message me, send me a DM. My name is Tabitha Covey. Send me a DM and say, Tabi, I'm not in my track channel. This is my track. I will add you. But by now, all of you should be there. Okay? And now somebody asked a very interesting question. What does Baraka mean? Baraka is actually a Swahili word, which means blessing. Yes, blessing. So you are a blessed cohort. Yes, and I hope the blessing carries us through this year. It's a blessing. Yes, okay. All right, moving on. So I've shared the Slack channels, right? And then, so how are we going to engage in this Slack so that we don't end up being boring and not finding value, because the most important thing is we make sure that we find value from each other. So from my end, from our end community, we have this weekly engagement routine that we always like to do in on Slack, engaging you guys. And so you know how we have Motivation Monday, which is very much known worldwide. So in our community, we have Motivation Monday. And so on Mondays, you should expect you'll be seeing me, if you see me sharing messages telling you that, do not give up. Show up. Some of you would like to say it is Pastor Maguire, but no, it is not Pastor Maguire. If you want to call it that, that's you. But really, the whole essence is just to start off the week on a on a good note, just to give you the push and motivation you need. Because I know that aside learning at All School Africa, you have other things that you're dealing with. Sometimes you have stress from here, and really you just want someone to motivate you. So you can trust that on Mondays, I'll always do my best to motivate you. So we'll call it that Motivation Monday. But I don't have to be the only one that is motivating you, right? So if you also have motivation, if you feel like, I read this thing, this quote really gingered me and I'm ready to tackle the week, share it with us. You can share it with your school, you can share it with your track members. Let's inspire each other. So the goal is for us to inspire each other, because also discipline is important, but also motivation also fuels you as well, right? So that's why we have Motivation Monday. So you can also share that among yourselves. We have Talk Tuesday. I try to put TTTT. If you have Motivation Monday, so how will we not call Tuesday? So I say, let's call Tuesday Talk Tuesday. So what's going to happen on Talk Tuesday? So Talk Tuesday is just a day for us to chat and talk. Any questions you have, any discussions. Someone say, guys, have you ever wondered why this is always like this? So those discussions, you can ask questions related to your track or just general career questions. So please, let's do that. Because the only way we learn is not just from consuming information from one person, is we share ideas, we share knowledge. So please feel free to do that. And so those discussions are going to happen on Tuesdays. It's like a chat forum. And then we have Wednesday. I like to call. I was trying to find a funny way or an interesting pattern way to call it. So Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. That means that this day let's share knowledge. Like I said, we have a resources channel. And some of you really come across very important resources like videos or articles that really are good. And like it's good for you to share with other people. Or sometimes you guys actually write your own articles, or some of you do your own videos, right? So on Wednesday, we set aside that day. Let's share those resources, okay? And then what you do, if you're not sharing a resource, you go to that channel and consume the information. So today is that day for me to learn something new. So just go through the content there and say, what are people sharing? So I'll also be sharing, but I'm also encouraging you guys to share, okay? And then Thriving Thursday, again, I'm trying to find a pattern. Thriving Thursday, we like to celebrate wins. We like to acknowledge that some of us really, how do you call it? Is it you beat milestone or you come across milestone? What's the word? What's the English word they use for it? Some of us achieve milestones, something that you really want to share with people. Maybe guys, when I started, I didn't even know how to write hello world in Python, but now I know how to do it. Or before I didn't even know to work on a wireframe, and now I do. You just want to share your progress so far. We will celebrate that. So we'll now use the success stories channel. I'll create a success stories channel for you just to share your wins. Sometimes when you get a job, you can share it. You don't have to just share a job. Like I said, you can, any achievement that you're proud of, let us know so that we can clap for you and cheer you on. Okay. And sometimes when you share what you've achieved, it motivates another person. Like I told you, we are here to like support and help each other grow, right? You'll be motivating another person that maybe had the same challenge as you, and now they're like, okay, maybe I can do this, or somebody can now message you, oh, how did you achieve this? I've been struggling with this. So please don't hold back. Don't hold back. Feel free to give off your time and your knowledge. Okay, guys? And then Fun Friday. I don't know. This is just general. One of these days, you guys will be doing class. So when we know the day you will do class, we'll adjust accordingly. But this is just to happen on Slack. So Fun Friday, let's have fun. Share those GIFs, those memes or stories, fun thing, oh, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, we want to create a balance between having fun and enjoying the community and also finding value. You get? Yes. So that's it. Are we together? Are we together so far? Let me know because I've been speaking a lot. Let me know yes or no. Are we together? All clear? All clear? Okay, you guys are still here with us. Okay. 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 All right. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, now there's another part of of community that I'll talk about. So we have what we call learning circles. Learning circles are like study groups. Just think of it as study groups, so like smaller communities. So what we have the system where we put you guys into a learning circle. Remember how I told you that it's good that you have people that are supporting you in this journey. You may not get support from 1,000 people in your class or five or 100 people in your class, but you can have one person or two people or 10 people that you're doing this on school learning journey with, right? So, like I say, we give you the foundation. We set the foundation. So we'll create these groups. We'll randomly put you guys together because people don't know each other. That's why I say it takes time to know each other, right? But we will put you groups to also make it easier for people who don't know how to interact and talk to people. So put you in the course of this learning. We're waiting for everyone to fully get onto Slack. Then we'll create these circles, learning circles. We'll put you into a group of maybe 10 people, or depending with the numbers, 10 or 20. Do you want 10 or 20 or 5? What do you want? You want 5, 10, 20? The whole idea is just to put you in a group of people like you, then you guys will learn together. You guys can work on projects together. Sometimes your instructor may want to give you group assignments. You guys can do it in your learning circle. I'm seeing 5, I'm seeing 20. I don't know. Can we do a poll? Amara, can you help me do a poll? I don't know if our poll is there. Can we set up a poll? And let me see what people are choosing. 5 is people want 5. People don't want 10. Does it mean that people want to do that work of creating? Who can help me to create this circle? 5, 10, 5, 10. I'll ask you again on Slack. If you can do a poll here, I'll ask you again on Slack to see whichever one wins, we'll take that. Okay. But my point is that as you people are saying that we should do this, we should not put you guys in a circle and you start ghosting your members. People will not see you. The whole point is to encourage you guys to learn together. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to follow you in your house and ask you to do it. But I'm just really encouraging you. It's just giving you that foundation so that you have people who are accountability partners and you guys can figure out learning together, do tutorials, do the revisions together, right? That sounds like a good idea. So, and then what we do, we allow you guys to select someone who is going to lead the circle, like the group leader, right? So you choose that on your own, depending on the way you want. If somebody wants to lead, well and good. If you guys have someone that you want to appoint and say, Deborah is going to be our circle lead. Yes. So that if I want to have any discussions and I want to know how your circle is doing, I will go to Deborah. So we usually encourage people to create circle leaders, to elect circle leaders, and then what we'll do now is we'll reach out to those circle leaders and just check in with them from time to time and just know what is going on and how we can help you guys together. All right? So yeah. So I mean, so far those are the different elements of community that I wanted you guys to know, and I hope that we are clear on that. And again, you are the community. So if you definitely, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So apart from the circle leaders, we have student leaders, all right? And I already told you about that. Are you people campaigning already? Do you have a president in mind? We'll finalize on that. I allowed you guys, I'm tackling onboarding. I'm hoping you guys will use the times also know each other. So apart from circle leaders, we have student leaders who are leaders for the different schools. We have presidents, vice presidents, in case the president is not there or just to work together. Then we have course reps. Now, course reps are the ones who lead the tracks. And this is a voluntary role. You just volunteer, you want to be a leader. Maybe you want it to be part of your experience that, oh, I have, when you go for interview and like give us at a point when you're a leader, or you want to just add it somewhere in your CV that, oh, I was right. So this is an opportunity. If you have what it takes to be a leader and you want to take on the challenge to lead a group of people in your track or in your school, this is an opportunity for you. So I will share a form at some point and ask you guys to nominate yourself, and then I will look at, and then I will leave it for the community to vote. I will not choose my own leader. You'll be the ones to choose who you want to lead. And if you choose someone, you elect someone and they do not do their work, what do they do in such cases? You can vote out your leader, right? You can kick them out. So point is that only agree to lead if you are willing to put in the work. People have liberty to change your leaders, but yeah. So that's already ongoing, so we'll figure it out, okay? Yes, yes. And now I'm almost coming towards the end. I hope we got that correctly. Now, the other part is support. How do you get support in your journey here at Alt School Africa? And I was again, Tosin mentioned that we have a very human-centered approach, right? So we have different types of people. We have a team like this is not the entire team. All School Africa has a lot. We have an engineering team, we have a customer support team, we have a scholarships team. We have many teams in the company, right? But then so there are teams that are going to be working directly with you or interacting with you at different points in your journey. The number one team, we have the support team. So these are the people that are, in charge of, handling your issues. You reach out to them. Oh, my payment has this issue. You let them know and they'll fix it. And I know that sometimes we might have this idea that you want to, when you reach out, you expect that somebody will respond immediately. I want you guys to understand these are human beings on the other side as well. So also be respectful when you're reaching out. Try as much as possible to say that, okay, I am so and so from this cohort, from this track, I'm facing this issue. Because now that is their work. That means they have they have different issues from these different people. So you make their work easier by letting them know who you are, where you're from, and what issue you're having. So any issues you encounter with payment, access issues, or whatever issue you would have, they're your go-to people, right? So reach out to support. We already have an internal structure, of how issues are handled. So the one channel that we want you guys to use is the support team. So when you now reach out to the support team, sometimes you may not get a response immediately because they either have to talk to the scholarships team, or they have to talk to the engineering team, or they have to talk to the program managers, different people. That's how it works. There are different layers to it. So they are the one channel that we want you guys to use, and then they will talk to the different stakeholders and then resolve your issue and get back to you. So this is me really asking you that in the event that you have issues, be patient, right? I know someone was already making a comment that this is day one and I'm having back and forth with the support team. I told you guys that you guys are the first people. Like, you guys are you're going to have your learning experience in one place, the portal. And I explained to you guys that when you are using a new platform, issues are meant to happen, right? Like any technical platform, any machines, they have their limits, they have their challenges. So these are pretty normal. So as we go through this season, I know that some of you are not able to make payment, but some of you have been able to make payment. So that is to say that you don't have to worry too much, because if some people have been able to make payment, then you'll be able to make payment as well. So first of all, I just want you guys to have that understanding that it may not be all perfect. Some of you may run into error, some of you may run into issues, and all of this just give us insight into what is happening and know how to resolve them. Okay. So sometimes we would ask you to reach out. Sometimes we'll reach out to you and say that, okay, we know where the issue is and hold on. Okay. But yeah, so for now, just keep trying. You'll be able to make payments. We've seen a good number of you have already made payments. Some of you have made annual payments. That's a good thing, by the way. When you make your annual payments, you don't have to worry about payment again. You people told me that you wanted to eat your tuition money. Have you eaten your tuition money? Have you eaten your tuition money? No, right? People have the money. Meshach says that he has eaten his money. Ah, people should not eat your money. How many people have paid? Okay, who has not paid? If you have not paid, let me know if you have not paid. Because now, what I'm going to tell you is that you have this window like this week, because somebody somebody has paid, and the person who has paid already is accessing their content. So I just want you to have an understanding of that. They have like I told you, you pay to unlock the content, right? So people that have paid have access to their content. So you don't want to wait too long till 2 months and then you have to play catch up. We want you guys to stay as we started this journey together. I want us to finish this journey together. Please say it with me. I will finish this journey. I will not give up. Please say it with me. Let me know in the chat. I want you guys to finish this journey. You made that decision, and I want you to follow through. And I want you to hold yourself accountable and each other. And I will also hold you accountable. I want you guys, all of us to make it. Mhm. So are you guys committing? Do you guys commit to finishing this journey? You finish it, right? I like that. I like that. Let's finish it, because let's remember why we started. Let's remember why we came here. Keep our goal in mind and use that to motivate yourself. And at any point, if you feel like you're failing and you're not motivated, you can talk to me, or you can talk to your program manager, you can talk to Amara, you can talk to Susan, you can talk to whoever in your school. If you feel like you don't want to come to me, say that, I think I want to give up. This is what I'm going through. If you need to talk to someone, we are here. We are here. You get. So talk to us, let us know. Right? You have each other, and then you also have us. Okay. Yeah. So like I told you that we have the support team where you channel the number one channel for all your issues. That we have program managers. So these program managers are in charge of every school. You've already had they introduced themselves earlier on. You're gonna have meetings with them on Wednesday, hopefully. And so one of the ways you guys are going to be interacting with your program managers is you'll see them on Slack. They'll be the ones to send announcements. So you'll see me mostly sending announcements on the announcements channel. For them, you will see them mostly sending announcement in your school channels, right? And sometimes you also interact with them. So we have this thing, we would have monthly, is it monthly town hall? They'll tell you more about it, but you'd have sessions where they tell you what to expect every month, if there are updates. So you're going to be supported throughout this program. You're not going to be guessing things. Okay, so you'd have those forums where you get to interact with them. Then scholarships team, they're in charge of anything scholarship. They will also we will have a channel for that as well for scholarship recipients so that you have information in real time. Then you have me, like I said, your community manager. Okay, yes. So that's it. I hope you're clear on that. You know the different people that you're going to interact with. Okay. And I told you, for me, general overseer. So I may not know exactly the things related to your school. I may know, but I may not be in a position to handle them or make decisions for them. The decision makers are your program managers. So I need you to know who your program managers are. By the end of this week, you should know who your program manager is and listen to them when they speak to you on Wednesday during your session. Listen attentively because that is where things get, you know? Yes. Yeah, so I think I think so far so good. I like someone said I'll finish with flying colors. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So I'm almost done here. I've said a lot, and if I could summarize what I want to say is, how do you make the most of your program? Encouraging you to stay active on Slack. I told you that's where most interactions are going to happen. Your instructors are going to be on Slack, so you're going to meet them there. You're also going to meet them in your classes. So be active on Slack. Some of you, I know you have busy schedules, but every single day before you go to bed or in between your breaks at work, just check what is going on. Check if there's any announcements, check if there's anything, or if you see something. I want you guys to see this community as a place that, oh, something just came up. Let me talk with my people. Let me talk with my community members. Can we do this together? Can we build this project together? Or let me share this resource to them. So stay active. That is how we make the community valuable. Not when only Tabi or when program managers are communicating to you and you are not responding or you are not reacting. So if you don't like to talk, you can react. If you like to talk, talk. To make me feel good as well. Talk, ask questions, don't be stuck. Right? Let's engage. Let's make our home. It's like our family group chat. Okay. Yes. So read emails, please. Learn how to read emails. Because, like I said, every information that you need is always going to be communicated to you. Some will be via email, some of them will be also shared on Slack, like both two-way. But please read. Read. If your program manager sends an email and says that your assignment is due, or they tell you this and that, please read them. So that let's not have situations where you are coming later on, I did not see. Please, why didn't you see the email? What were you doing? So please, as they are taking time to send this email, as you're taking time to send emails, please read them. Okay? Sometimes we'll send reminders until you get it, so that nobody has an excuse where they see that, oh, we did not communicate. And I like the energy I'm seeing here, because when I say that the link to join community, somebody said, yes, it was in the email. You see, if you read the emails, you will see that the link was added there. So please, let's learn to read emails. This is not just for now, but even in the future, when you go to the workspace, you're going to have to learn how to read communications. When they send company-wide emails or team emails, are you going to be asking ways? They will now think that you don't read. So please learn. Learn now, start having that reading culture. Not just emails, instructions, because we're always going to communicate instructions. Please, let's not have cases where, guys, you're coming later, you're begging for mercy, and it's because we can see that you never read. So please read. If we are saying, when you are choosing a payment plan, that's the payment plan you should stick to. So guys, think well before you make that decision, because you cannot change in between the program. So if you want to pay annual, pay it. I don't want stress again. If you want to pay quarterly, every 3 months, pay it. Monthly, but please know that the payment plan, guys, it is glaring at you on the portal. then I should not hear you telling me later on or going to support because there's nothing we can do. That's why we try as much as possible to emphasize every single thing. Okay? So read, 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 track your learning, attend classes, celebrate your journeys, have fun, communicate early. Like I said, when you anticipate challenges, it is better if you tell us earlier compared to you coming later after exam that you now say something happened to me, I was not available to learn. There's nothing we can do because I told you we have a structure. We have a structure, and so we have to follow that structure that we have. Okay, so if you fall far too off, we'll not be able to accommodate you. We'll not have to ask you to come again another time. So please let's try as much as possible to listen to the process and the structures we have, and try as much as possible to abide. And when you do that, you'll be good. You're gonna have an easy time. Okay. Yes. So that's it. I have said a lot. I've said a lot, but I hope you guys have gotten everything that you need to get, right? Are we together? Are we heading somewhere? Are things getting clearer now? I said, I said, I'm the one that's adding you people to track channels. So if you see that you're not in your track channel, send me a message. I will add you. Send me a message and let me know that Tabby, I'm not in my track channel, and tell me which track you're in. I will add you. Okay? Yes. Let me try and see. How can you send me a message? Can someone? My name is Tabitha Kabi on Slack, and I score goals. My name is there on Slack. You can message me from there so I can add in your track channels. Okay. I hope that this was really helpful. Let me try and see if you have any questions that we need to address. Did we have a Q&A session? We have Q&A. Okay, let me see the questions we have here. Mm, mm. Okay, okay, okay. Nothing to do with what we've talked about, so it's fine. Like I said, this was the first onboarding call, general onboarding call, just to take you through all the general things, community, what to expect. And now tomorrow we are going to have a session where we walk you through the LMS, you know how to interact with the LMS and the portal. So we look forward to having you on that. And then you're going to have a session with your program managers now to know about your school, the different assignments, the grade, the cutoff mark, all of those things. You'd have that discussion with your program manager. So any questions you might have may come in there. And then scholarship guys will also have your own sessions. And by the time we are done with this week, you guys would have been set up and ready to start your classes. And yeah, so I'm also going to use this opportunity to wish you a happy Easter because we're going to have Easter very soon. But thank you so much for being an interactive audience. Thank you yeah, for being with us on this journey so far. Now that I've said all these things that I've said, as we prepare to wrap up, let me ask this question I said I'm going to ask. Now that you've had everything, I hope we've not scared you. So how do you now feel about starting your journey? How do you feel? Do you feel ready? Do you feel like, yeah, I have what? Or I'm scared? What do you feel? Well, what do you mean scared is the first thing? Okay, ready and excited? Nervous? Feels like I'm home. That's the energy. Challenged, expectant. Ready? I feel ready and blessed. Hallelujah. Pumped, super pumped, mixed feelings, optimistic, okay, high hopes. I love that. Let's keep that energy, guys. Let's keep that energy. I see Ada. Hi, Ada. Nice to see you. Nice to see you back. Okay, ready. Family community, yes, we're a community. That's the feeling you guys need to have. We're here with you guys. We're here for you guys. I hope to learn a lot. Yes. Ready, uncharted territory, positive. Love it. Love it. Okay, it's fine. I'd finish off by saying this. I totally get it if you feel like you're scared or nervous, especially because I know some of you are maybe trying to learn a skill from other backgrounds, which are not technical backgrounds. Maybe you're coming from medicine or I don't know, mechanical engineering, the other courses the other fields that we have that are not tech fields, right? So, and you're feeling like, I don't know, will I have what it takes to get through? I'm just really going to say this. We've had people from those backgrounds. We have people who are doctors. We have people that were completely fresh from other backgrounds. So there's that. Number two, we've had people who are moms, working moms or just family, people that are just taking care of their family while learning. So we have different types of people just navigating this program. We have people that go to NYSC at some point in their journey. We have people that are actually working, people that they have to attend classes on their journey back from work or still at work. We've just really had a different type of people. So guys, it's very normal for you to be scared. But these people graduated. These people, I mean, there's one of them was a doctor. One of them was even a doctor, and this person was also doing a PhD. And you're like, for someone who's doing a PhD, the program you might feel like they don't have the time. But they graduated. So we've seen, and I mean, I'm gonna because I feel like I've spoken a lot. Maybe I'm gonna allow my colleagues here to just share because they have seen the different people graduating, just to also encourage you and motivate you. But we've definitely seen these people coming into the program. They've gone through the same structure, the same process, and they came out strong. Some of them even got jobs. So it is really possible. So if you're worried and scared if you can do it, yes, you can do it. So what I need is for you to commit to yourself and tell yourself that you will do it, you'll persevere. When challenges come in, do not let those challenges define you. Remember why you started this journey and use that to motivate you and keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Every day show up. Keep going. And don't struggle alone. You have the community here for you guys. So if you're going through something, share with somebody in the community. Share with us, right? You might find someone that has also gone through the same struggle and they can share how they were able to navigate it. Yeah? So please do not be, it's okay to be scared, but I just want you to know that this is possible. You can finish and you can finish strong. Okay? It's new grounds, uncharted territory for some of you, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You just have to have the right mindset. With the right mindset, with hard work, you can do it. Okay? You got this, guys. You got this. You got this, and we got you. We'll pull through this together. Okay? Yes, we'll pull through together. Pull through together. Pull through together. So that's it from my end. So before we wrap up the session, let me see. My dear friends, do you have anything that you guys want to share with the learners? Or do you have any learner who wants to share something with us? We've never done this before, but I'm really up for trying something new. Anyone who wants to do not a vote of thanks, but just tell us, I want to challenge myself and talk to others and say, guys, let's start this journey together. Do you have anyone? I can take one person or two. If you want to speak to us, like if you want to join us on stage. Oh, someone said, is this my first time being a community manager? Oh my God, no. I've been here for 5 years. I've been doing this thing for 5 years now. Yes. So it's not my first time. I'm a pro. I'm a pro in this thing. But I'm open to learning from you guys. Yes, I said like, let me see, is Amara here? Let me stop sharing my screen actually. Or can I? I can't see because I'm sharing my screen, so I don't know who is here with me or not.
Yeah, hi, Tabi. We have two people raising their
Ah,
hand.
okay. But do you have any parting shots or words, or are you reserving it for Wednesday for your school?
I mean, we are going to have a long talk together. So, but yes, I know one thing that I'm definitely going to repeat is to have your why at the back of your mind every step of the way. It's very important that you remember the reason why you even applied to all school in the first place. Remember the reason why you chose the course that you chose. Remember the reason why you committed to a 1-year program, because definitely it's not everybody that would opt for a 1-year program, but you did that. You had a reason, or you have a reason for doing that. Once you have that reason with you at all times, you're going to be able to coast through every single challenge you're going to face, because like Tabi said, this is not going to be an easy journey, to be very honest and frank with everybody here. But you need to have a level of commitment. That commitment is what you need. That's excellence that is going to drive you from now till the end. It's going to be difficult at some times, but you always have us, you have me, you have Tabby, you have the community, you have yourselves. I'm always open to talking, right? Just 2 weeks ago, we graduated hundreds of people. That is to show you that it is not an impossible journey. It's a journey that people have gone through and they have succeeded. So this is something that you are going to also be able to do. So just have that reason at the back of your mind, and I promise you, you're going to succeed. But yes, I'm going to talk more to my people on Wednesday. We're going to have more heart to hearts and understand each other and how the structure is going to be in the School of Engineering. But I promise you that it's not an impossible journey. I promise you that you're going to be able to achieve the reason why you joined old school. So yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Amar. That was beautiful. I like the heart to heart. I already feel like I want to be in School of Engineering. But anyway, don't worry, guys. All of you will have heart to hearts with your program managers. So, I don't know, maybe different, but yeah, you guys would have that experience. So I know that people who are raised their hand, but I want to confirm their hands raised. Is it because you wanted to speak or is it because you had a question? Maybe just one time and I would just say, hi, I'm so and so. I don't know, just tell us about what you're looking forward to, or just how you feel about this whole journey ahead of you. So I want to confirm because I don't want to add someone on stage that is not ready to speak. So who was ready to speak? But then as I wait for confirmation, you can just let me know in the chat by the way if you want to. But then someone was asking about payment. I haven't specified a deadline actually. And I don't know, do you guys want us to give you a deadline? Because remember I told you an important detail is that you access your course when you pay. So what would I advise you to do? Please pay now, as soon as possible, this week, pay. So that as classes starts next week, because classes are going to start next week. Right? Like classes, I mean the live class. So when you pay now, you'd have access to your content, which you can start going through. So ahead of class, you'll be ready. So between now and Friday, please try to pay so that you don't fall behind. But do you want us guys to give you a deadline? Should I tell you by 5th of April? Because sometimes we do understand that some of you may have challenges, but then we do encourage pay within the first 2 weeks, between now and the next, so that you have enough time to catch up because we don't want you to be playing catch up all through, all through. You can't wait for a month for you to pay. Okay? Okay. 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 I see someone say, Amara, how do I know what to get in touch when we need agents? Don't worry, she would tell you when you meet with her when she have yeah. Yeah. But you should be able to make payments now. You guys try. If you have issues, just let us know. Reach out to support when you're encountering issues with payments. We would resolve all of those issues. But I just want to clarify that some people have been able to make payment. So yeah. And we will also look into your issues. Let me try something. Someone say what? Don't worry. We are looking into those issues. I was also there's the Slack message I sent you guys. I'm also collecting the people that have issues and we'll have that looked into. So I'm gonna ask you guys to be patient a bit, okay? Yes. Hi, Pacific. I see you raised a hand.
Yes, I did raise my hand.
Did you want to talk
Good
to us?
evening.
Good evening.
My name is Pacific. I'm from Rwanda.
Oh, nice. Our neighbors, our brothers. Nice
That
to meet
was that's what I was having in my mind. We are few from the East African part.
you. Yes.
Actually, I raised my hand. I wanted to encourage my fellow students here. We should never give up. I was trying to achieve these things. I'm already into backend development or engineering. I've tried to achieve the same thing through different courses, but unfortunately, I was not able. But by experience, I can tell my fellow that it's the persistence that matters. Just print out your target, what you want to achieve. Just walk forward. Just celebrate steps one by one. Small steps. Just celebrate those. And at the end of the day, I'm sure we'll be together and celebrating and graduating. So I would just to I'd like to encourage everyone and make sure that if you're in the same track, let's work together. If someone's falling out or back, let's try to go forward together. Don't leave anyone out. So that was the message for the group. Thank you for having me, and good luck for my fellow students as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was really lovely. It is good to hear from you. And it's also good to know there's someone from Rwanda as well. So, yeah, thank you and we wish you all the best.
Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you. Thank you. Amara, I want to ask a question. Yes. I also want to remind people what I told them about reading instructions. Somebody said they received an email that says that deadline is 31st of March. Please, is there anywhere that we have said that tuition deadline is 31st of March? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know about that either.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure maybe the email was talking about application, guys. Maybe it was talking about application and not tuition fee. So please let's not mix things up. Okay. We've not communicated any deadline. You see, somebody was already saying deadline tomorrow is tomorrow. Okay. You're making people already confused. So please let's be very careful and just process the information we're getting. Okay. Maybe that one is really talking about as application. Application is different from tuition. Okay. Yes. Yes, it was application. Okay. All right. Oh, we have Yusuf. Yusuf, did you also want to say something to us, or did you raise your hand because you had a question? Okay, he has left. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Thank you guys. Like I said, everything else we've already addressed. I look at the Q&A. And yeah, so thank you so much for staying with us till the end. I hope this session was useful for you guys. You can send reactions. Yes, and once again, welcome to All School Africa. We are so excited to be on this journey with you. And yeah, let's have an amazing time. We will have challenges, but we'll rise above them. Okay? Yes. Yes. Someone is saying, please address application. What about application, please? Don't worry. If you came late, you can watch the recording. No problem. Don't worry. Someone saying, please address the application issue. What application issue? Sorry. Someone, you want to know if cybersecurity will be different class. Don't worry, Amara will tell you on Wednesday. She will tell you. Let's not confuse people that are not in cybersecurity. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. We can continue our conversations or questions on Slack. Okay? Yeah. Have a lovely evening or day. Thank you so much from us. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, this is where Amara would have played the music for us. Samara is a DJ, but now I'm beginning to think that she's slacking on her job.
Tabby, why? I am keeping my skills for my learners.
So if you're not in software engineering, we'll not get to see your playlist. Okay.
Until they graduate, they'll hear me on graduation day. So if you
Okay.
want to hear me play, that's for people that are not in School of Engineering. Make sure you graduate when you hear me play.
We just started, guys, and School of Engineering are already giving us competition. They're already making us feel like we are losing out. Okay. So guys, I guess we have to graduate so that we hear Amara's playlists. If you're not in School of Engineering, let's work hard. Okay. All right. No problem. No, maybe next time I'll play something for you guys. I will go and learn how to be a DJ and play for you guys. Yes. All right. Bye bye, guys. Have a nice day. Cheers. See you tomorrow.